Wait a minute, Screech did porn, didn't
That's
he?
oh no
Yes.
He did,
Screech
yeah.
did porn. You could
Yeah.
also get Screech's dick at the
I don't want
Lion's
Screech's
Den.
dick.
Well, it's not his dick. It's like
It's
a mold of his dick.
Is molded? Why would he? Is he pretty big?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Why did I look so
Screech-
excited when I just said that?
did.
Did you see that? Like my eyebrows went up.
Guys, this is
Ooh,
Screech.
this
You
real
looked
dick?
right at me, and he's like, "Girl, tell me everything."
Yeah,
Like,
tell
that
me
got real,
everything.
like-
So like, what are we talking about here?
Length.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
You better start your fucking count again.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hello, how are you, guys? I gotta tell you, I had a real fucked up dream last night. I had a dream like I woke up and in my bedroom was, remember Dr. Roxo from that fucking Metalocalypse show?
Are we recording right now?
Yeah. remember Dr. Roxo?
No.
Where it's like, I do cocaine. I'm the rock and roll clown. Dude. Dr. Roxo is sorry. Dr.
Oh,
Roxo was like he was like
Apocalypse?
in my bedroom. He was in my bedroom, but he was in human form. Oh, it was absolutely terrifying. Guys, this is the Terror Trio. My name is Micah.
I'm Eugene.
I'm Drew.
And joining us in the studio is our man, Tony. I brought Tony in for a couple reasons. He's an expert on a couple subjects that we're going to get to. But guys, it is March 12th.
Hey, hold on. Let him say hello.
Who?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
There we go.
That's Tony. We
I
just
was
made
gonna-
him up the entire time he doesn't talk.
Didn't get a chance
Damn
to
it.
say shit.
All right.
What Tony was thinking, what?
Full disclosure, the ongoing gag was I was just going to keep talking over Tony
Oh.
until later, but no, you guys
Another
ruined
failed gag.
it. That's fine. Failed
This
gag.
is our new episode of the Terror Trio, folks.
Micah's failed gags. That's our new segment.
That's the whole episode, man. Well, guys, the reviews are already out for us. I mean, the movie isn't even out yet. We still have a few more weeks. Did you see it has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yep.
Yep.
How did that happen? I know it. Like, how many people have seen this movie already?
Well, I mean, normally when Rotten Tomatoes does
Premieres.
something like that, yeah, they got critics, they got sneak previews, shit like that. Unless they sign an NDA where they don't let the press or anybody say anything till after the movie premieres, then it's just open reign.
Like, that's huge, man. That's two movies back to back with 100%. Like,
Yep.
I can't think of another movie that did that. Has there been?
No.
No.
You know the
No.
director?
Yeah, like anyone else, like
Yeah.
like an actual 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, because
Nope.
like Get Out. So you go from Get Out to Us.
Such a good movie.
So like clearly he's not a one trick pony.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward
Twilight
to Us.
Zone.
Yeah, Twilight Zone too.
Also, he's doing
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's what. I haven't really watched like a lot of the TV spots or anything like that. Just like the initial trailer for Us. Are they changelings or is it supposed to be like clones?
I have no idea. I mean, first off, the posters are terrifying.
I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
The one poster with Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh, the face?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
she
that's
just
really
makes-
cool.
Oh God,
And I love her face.
yeah, she's gorgeous.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah.
But I mean, from the previews, I mean, the first like 3 previews came out already for it, right?
I
3
believe
trailers
so.
because it's coming out fairly soon in the next
Yes.
couple weeks.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, it just seems like it's a family of doppelgangers coming to kill the original family to take their place. Other people have said that they get into the house and maybe the house is haunted and these people are like their darkest fears manifesting.
Like
You know, what you
themselves.
see of themselves. Yeah.
Huh.
Like the worst version of themselves manifesting.
Interesting.
That's why you see like in the preview, there's a couple of scenes in like a sanitarium with like rabbits and shit hopping
Yeah.
around. So there's like a couple weird scenes in there. So I don't know. I mean, I'm fucking stoked for this though.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, it reminds me of the Supernatural episode with the changelings in it. So that's where my mind immediately went. But
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. I was just I was thinking it was like a changeling thing. Maybe
Yeah.
they came from I don't know. They accidentally saw them on a trip and just kind of followed them back home. Well, I don't know.
I guess
And
we'll
movie's got
see.
yeah, we will. This movie's got a ton of people in it too, which is
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
cool.
no,
I mean,
definitely.
this movie's going to do just as well, if not better than what Get Out. This is what I think.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
and I mean, Jordan Peele is gonna. I think the most accurate way to describe it, Jordan Peele is the horror genre's Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
Look at it this way.
Well,
Look at it this way. Every
is it
time that Quentin
Quentin
Tarantino made a
Tarantino?
movie, you had more and more like big name stars wanting to work with him. In terms of that, because you had Get Out, which just had like Bradley Whitford and
The girl from Girls.
the girl from Girls,
Yeah.
the girl from Girls, and also Catherine Keener,
Yes.
you know, who's like big name, and then
Yep.
that's about it. Then we got this movie. This movie's got Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o, you know, rising star Winston Duke,
And some
Yeah.
names I can't pronounce.
Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men, and what's that show on Amazon? The big one, Handmaid's Tale.
Oh.
Handmaid's Tale. Like, there's just a ton of people in this movie, and I think with every movie,
And these are like all rising stars too.
and these are all rising stars,
Yeah.
but then you're going to get more big names.
Yeah.
Is this,
You know,
is
for
it
it.
Blumhouse?
I don't know if it's is
Oh,
it Blumhouse?
dude,
I think it might be.
Because if you look at its trajectory and Blumhouse, you know, low budget movies, high yield. If all of a sudden it's third movie, they start pumping with the budget, what
Mhm.
projects is he going to be attracted to? What is he going to work on?
Mhm.
Because you're looking at 90-minute horror films now.
Yep.
You give this man enough money, make a 2.5-hour movie. What ideas does he have in his head? I think
Mhm.
that's the road he's going to go down because he's just going to start getting. If this is a success, going to start getting pumped money and money and money for the next picture.
Yeah.
Do you- now after this, he's working on Candyman,
Yep.
which you mentioned it on your Geeks That Lift podcast.
Yeah.
That Tony Todd was not, and Drew, you mentioned this to me yesterday. They did not reach.
I was so sad last night. I was like reading it and it just made me so sad because I read a thing on iHorror and Tony Todd said he was hurt because they
Yeah.
didn't reach out
Yeah.
to him to
Yep.
be in it.
He
And
was
I was
hurt.
just like,
Not
poor
even,
Tony
they didn't even reach out
Todd.
for a cameo. Nothing. Which
Aw,
well, is the
sweet
movie
little
is the movie
baby.
completely cast yet? Is it set in stone?
I think it is.
I'm
They
sure it
announced
is.
I mean-
playing Candyman, but they said it was
Yeah, they announced who's playing
Oh.
Candyman. That's
that
like
wasn't
that's
even
it though.
official though.
Wait a minute, that wasn't
That
official?
wasn't?
The dude from
No.
Aquaman who played Black Manta isn't playing Candyman?
The paper's not signed yet. He's
Oh.
chosen.
So
but
it's kind of like
Oh.
that whole like Robert Pattinson might be the next Batman type thing.
Oh, that bullshit? Yeah.
that
No.
I do not know.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Well, we won't talk
Yeah.
about that then.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll spare you the.
Wrong podcast. You can
Yeah.
listen to that at the Geeks That Live podcast.
Oh my god.
Cheap plug.
Cheap plug.
So if Tony Todd is not going to be in Candyman, this reminds me of episode of Holliston where Kane Hodder at a horror convention basically learns that he has not been casted in Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, I heard about that
Mhm.
story too. Somebody came up to him and was like, "How do you feel that you're not cast as Jason?" And he's like, "Wait, what?"
His handler spent about 4 years making sure he didn't find out they made the movie without him. So when he finds out, Adam Green and Joel Lynch spend the whole time trying to make sure Kane Hodder doesn't kill himself.
Holy shit.
That's fucked up.
Aw.
Is
Fucking
that
hilarious?
Is that on his documentary?
No, it's Holliston.
Oh.
Fictional TV show.
Oh,
sitcom.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Kane Hodder's in on the joke.
That's right.
That's
So
That's
Candyman,
awesome.
the remake, that's coming out 2020.
Yeah.
And did you say that it was going to be Jordan Peele doing it?
Yeah.
Because they got director Nia DaCosta.
I think he's producing it.
Oh, he's producing it.
Writers.
Handpicked him and all that stuff.
Oh.
Writers, get this: Clive Barker, obviously,
What?
Jordan Peele, and others. So yeah, he's writing.
Okay, that's
That's
writing.
awesome.
Really happy Clive Barker's working
And
on this.
I'm on IMDb right now, and yeah, the dude that played Black Manta is the guy that's they got for the movie.
Nice.
Oh.
And then they
Sick.
cast some other chick, Tiana Paris. Yeah.
Well, Eugene, this next little tidbit's for you. Jason
We'll go fuck
Blum.
ourselves.
Jason, yeah. Well, you're going to be upset about this. Eugene's going to rejoice. Jason Blum said no to a sequel for Happy Death Day 2. Because
I knew that was happening.
it only scored
Yeah.
50 million worldwide.
I know. I was actually
Ooh.
planning on telling you to, I win. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself. I said this movie was a piece of shit. And look, the rest of America agreed with me. Thank you,
You're a
America.
piece of shit.
Damn it.
Tony,
You
did you
piece
see
of
this
shit.
yet?
No, so that makes me correct out of everybody because I didn't see it. The rest of America agrees
Wow.
with me.
Way
Yeah.
to go. Way to
Yes.
Tony, this,
He's the reason I only made 50
this
million
is your
worldwide.
fault. All right? If you would have just taken your wife to go see this movie on a date night,
You would have
maybe-
gotten divorced right afterwards.
and then,
Shit.
and then you get stuck in a loop where every day you wake up, it's the divorce papers over and over again.
Well, my wife is so confused because she watched the first one on TV after she saw the preview for the second one. So she ran up to me and she was all confused. I think they're showing Happy Death Day 2 on TV because I saw the preview for this movie and it's the movie I saw the preview
Oh,
for.
God damn it.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing. Shit.
All right. Well, Jason Blum also said no to another Sinister movie.
That's
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
We saw the last of Buggle,
Yeah.
the worst demon ever. The
Bagul.
hot topic monster.
No, I feel like Insidious Demon is worse.
Bagul.
But he reminded me of Darth Maul, so I kind of
Exactly.
I kind of dig it.
No,
But
that's
no,
not-
he sucked. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But I think Bagul is like the worst. Like it's just like I don't know. It's like you're like cosplaying going to like a metal show, and like you want to look extra metal, so you look like Bagul.
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 Bagul. Go kill your family, Bagul.
Well, you know, they can't go any much further with the fucking whole Bagul story. So I mean, they did. You know, the first one they had the it was that twist with the kids, and then the second one, you know, it was just more Bagul. So it was just they can't go much further there. So it's fine. I'm okay with it.
Well,
Dead
shit. You know,
silence.
man, I'm okay with it too because I was not a fan of the last Sinister movie.
Yeah.
Did you like it, Tony?
No.
No.
That's
All
a
right.
hard
Good.
no.
Good. Good.
They,
Hey, Drew, I know you didn't like it.
No, I
they
did
did,
not.
while we're talking about greenlit sequels, Escape Room. We greenlit that.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I actually haven't seen Escape Room yet.
Either have I.
Eugene, you saw it, right?
It was a fun jaunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that. I mean, it was basically
It was like a
fuck was it?
PG-13
It was
Saw,
like
right?
it was like Saw, yeah, mixed in with.
Yes.
I have no idea. Holy shit! There was two movies that I was like, yeah. Oh, Saw mixed with Belko Experiment. That's how I
Okay.
describe it.
Oh, all right.
It was,
I wish.
everyone was just
That
like,
was a long ass
we
pause.
were like on the edge of our seats waiting.
I
and
really
nothing
wish
happened.
like our listeners could have seen Eugene's face because
Oh my
it was
God.
like something short circuited in his head.
Did my eye twitch?
It's just
MGM, they want an A-list actor to play Chucky because Brad Dourif will not play Chucky because of his loyalty to Mancini. Now,
Good.
a member of the crew voiced Chucky for like just like getting like the lines down in the movie and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, this movie comes out in what, 3 months?
Yeah.
3-4 months, and they need an A-list celebrity. So now
that's one that's really bad. And two,
That's ridiculous.
I would like for some reason like I was like child actors in my brain, and then I went to like Haley Joe Osment, but like what? No. But then kept wanting to say Reverend Joel Osteen. So, I feel like that should be the new Chucky.
who should okay, well, we got Drew's. Tony, who do you want to voice Chucky?
I could see Casey Affleck doing it. They're
Huh.
looking for an A-lister.
All right.
I don't know why.
Yeah, no, hey man, there you go. Eugene?
Either the guy who voiced Roger Rabbit
Oh.
or the guy that voiced the Crypt Keeper.
Ooh.
See, I don't think they're gonna go for
okay.
voice,
for like
though.
horror, they want an A-lister, Eugene.
No, I think they're gonna
want-
do like a.
Well, then fine. Jennifer Tilly.
Yes.
almost fucking
How
spit.
perfect would that be?
And her
There you
fucking
go.
raspy, sexy voice.
Hell
I
yeah.
think they're gonna go like a Bradley Cooper Guardians of the Galaxy type. route.
That's what that's what I'm thinking.
Or
Something
Vin
like
Diesel.
that. I live my life 1 second at one mile.
I said
A
a
quarter
10
mile at a
second
time.
car, not a 10-minute car.
Doesn't matter if you win by a mile. lose by a
I like that we're just like kind of. We sound like Stallone if he's having another stroke.
Angie, I told you my secret. I'm a killer. I'm gonna put my soul in you.
Put my soul in.
Our producer, when he walks in the room, he's just shaking his head. Why the fuck do I do this? Yeah, well, Jack Nicholson would be kind of cool too. I know he's like retired and everything.
I was
but
gonna say, yeah, he's like.
could you
169
imagine
years
that?
old.
Like Jack fucking voicing Chucky.
Hey, Andy. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna pretend to do a Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
But yeah, actually, that would be pretty cool. Come
Micah,
to
do
think of
Jack
it.
Nicholson. Oh, never
They
mind.
should make him Irish.
Just an
just
Irish.
to
Fuck with
going,
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis should do his Leprechaun, but
That'd be amazing.
I got so much killing to do. I don't do it.
Wow.
Wow.
What was that? Popeye? Holy shit.
That's my leprechaun for the day, ladies.
Yes. Yes.
oh boy.
Adrian Barbeau. You guys hear that?
Love her.
Oh, who doesn't love her? She's
love
awesome.
her. She's actually still kind of sexy too.
She is
for her age.
She is.
She still rocks the fro.
For the 80s, she
rocks that Escape from New York fro,
She
and
had a rack on her.
I mean,
God
she got a rack.
damn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But you just want that fro.
I want that fro.
Grab it by that floof.
I want that sexy 70s bush.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
So,
about.
yeah, pull it
That's
down.
right.
It's like 5 Brillo
It's
pads.
like, yeah. Just keep touching.
Hey,
Just keep touching.
whoa.
Oh, Drew. Hey.
Sorry.
We
Hey.
can carry on.
Oh,
We
Tony,
can.
you're here too. Shit.
Hey, what's up?
Well, she's gonna be in the Swamp Thing series.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
streaming
super
on
exciting.
DC's gimmick they have
DC
going
Universe.
on there. The
Yep.
DC verse, which I do not have or watch or
Want
anything
to.
up there. Yeah,
I don't have it
until
yet.
this comes out, I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it. Tony, you're gonna get into this, right?
Probably not.
No, all right.
That's another hard no.
Yeah.
I know. Like we already have Shudder. Give us money.
Love Shudder.
Do you guys see the trailer for the new Doom movie?
I have
Doom?
not.
Yeah.
There's a new
Yep.
Doom. Like this looks legit.
Yes,
Like the
it
video
was.
game Doom?
Like
yeah,
video
yeah,
game
like
Doom.
like
Like they did one with
The
Carl
Rock.
Urban and The Rock. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Oh.
Is it
That
called
is
Annihilation?
Annihilation. Yes,
I did see that.
I love
somewhere
that
today.
it's another video
Mortal
game
Kombat.
movie, and it's Annihilation. That makes me so happy. But this looks so good, and like in
Yeah,
the
it does.
preview, they have the BFG, they have the chainsaw. They have our producers pulling the trailer up right now for
The
you guys to watch in
BFG?
the background. Big fucking gun.
Oh, I thought it was Big Friendly Giant.
They have the big
friendly giant. Yeah.
It's a Doom crossover.
With Rel Doll.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
there's
It's playing right now.
The portal to hell.
Doomslayers.
And yeah, Doomslayers. There we go. Yeah, guys. So
That's Jennifer Love Hewitt. Who's that? She's got a
That
huge
looks like
forehead.
Jennifer Love
That
Hewitt.
looks like Jennifer
that
Love Hewitt.
looks like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That's
but
Jennifer
it's-
Love Hewitt.
Oh my God,
Or
that's
maybe-
Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's not Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That
That's
may be
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
But guys, I mean, this
She
looks
came a long
this
way from
looks
Party
great.
of Five.
This looks like it's gonna be a gore fest. Looks
Hey,
like
it's the
gonna
dude from
be
Saw, Costas Mandalore.
Costas Mandalore. God, yep.
Sick.
So the film is not yet rated. Chances are it's going to
Huh.
be rated R. Chances are it's going to be straight to DVD.
Yep.
Maybe on Sci-Fi, a very watered down version of it. Maybe on Shudder. I don't know. But that's
Was that
coming
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
out. That's
All right.
coming out in the fall.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
pretty-
I don't mind. I actually like that. I like the first one, so it was cool.
I didn't because
She just looks
I
like
mean, I'm
it's
not
her.
surprised.
yeah. I mean it was cool.
Come on,
Like,
at least that one sequence that mimicked the actual gameplay.
that was the best part of the movie.
That was well, yeah, I agree. That was the best
Yeah.
part of the movie.
I remember,
it was
actually, this is
okay.
kind of weird. When I first met Tony, I remember I said, "Hey, I'm Micah," and he's like, "Hey, I'm Tony. My favorite movie is 2006's Doom. I love it." That's exactly what he said to me.
Somehow
And
the
I
look on
knew-
the face says otherwise.
and I knew we were going to be friends.
I thought he
Best
was going to
friends.
throw me under the bus about something else.
It's coming.
Is it the time we got Pat pregnant?
That's the time we get peppered.
Is it the time we got Pat pregnant?
We got
Wow.
Whoa, all right.
There we go.
Ow now, brown cow.
So I was earlier today. I was listening to this other podcast called Geeks That Lift, and I couldn't help but notice that you brought up Mandy,
Yes.
and you mentioned the bikers
Yes.
and how they kind of look like Cenobites.
yes.
You know they look like Cenobites for a reason.
Is it Cenobites or Cenobites?
Cenobites.
Cenobites. What was I saying?
You said
Cinnabon.
Cena, like John Cena bites.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm such a big fan of John Cena's
I
work.
can
So they're the
tell.
Cenobikers.
Cenobikers.
That dude, Panos Cosmatos,
Damn,
the
dude.
direct. Yeah, you know, I hear you say it because of the whole Greek, because you're Greek, right?
I'm absolutely not Greek.
Really? You
Wow.
such
Quattro.
Greek, you're so Greek.
Quattro. Yes. That's my middle name.
The director of Mandy actually was supposed to do a Hellraiser reboot at one point.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
and those were his designs for the Cenobites.
They could have took Mandy and just put
Get
Pinhead
out of here. Wow, that's what?
Could have just took Mandy and put Pinhead at the end.
Honestly, that's
Two birds, one stone.
So after Nicolas Cage
That would have
kills
been
the
awesome.
kills the LSD,
Nicolas Cage in a fucking Hellraiser movie.
Come on.
Oh my god!
Come
Yes.
on.
why hasn't that happened yet?
You know what?
Someone,
Shutter, do it.
Clive,
Shutter, do it.
anyone?
Like I think. All
Guy
right.
from the Allstate commercial or whatever, State Farm.
Is it
State
Mayhem?
Mayhem. What is it?
May.
Oh, God damn
Micah,
it.
Micah says mayhem.
It's okay.
He says mayhem.
Joel Lynch directed a movie called Mayhem and says it the same way as he did.
Mayhem.
See,
There you go.
that must be
There you
how
go.
you're supposed to say it.
No.
Oh,
Dracula.
I would absolutely love a Nicolas Cage based Hellraiser.
Hell
movie.
yeah.
That would be. Oh my god.
The problem is now is that
with Clive Barker writing it.
Oh God, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, Jordan Peele. Dude, I say the guy's gonna be like the next Hitchcock, but
Hitchcock, really?
I don't know. He's gonna be up there. Like when eventually
Toilet's already been flushed in a movie, man.
only so many shower scenes.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I just I think in 20
How many
years from
times
now,
can you kill your
when
mother?
we talk about like Carpenter, Barker, like guys like that. I think eventually 20 maybe 10 years from now, maybe even 5, Peele is going to be there.
Peele's up there. I think he's already up there.
He
so
just
I mean, it's just
he needs more under his belt.
he'll get more under his belt. It's just
Was that a swipe at his penis?
you know what? That's what I got from it.
Never.
Sorry.
Screech's dick.
Scrooge's dick.
Yeah.
Screech his dick.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think he's going to be one of those upper echelon, just like you said, like John Carpenter, like all of them. And the fact that he came out of left field, I think we talked about this last episode, like coming from a comedy base from Key and Peele, like nobody would have expected that he was this type of author. It's just nuts, and it just goes to show you, like like I said before, fucking horror fans are everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's especially how do you feel about like mainstream horror though? Because that's what this is.
I'm
More of
not
it, the better.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
against it.
Yeah,
I get
give a
annoyed
shit.
when people are against it because, like,
No, I'm not against it. I just like do you feel like that might like water the genre down?
no, not
Well,
at
if
all.
anything, hope
No.
more quality comes out to
Yeah.
the upstream. Get a bigger sample size, you're gonna have more quality automatically.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Then maybe eventually down the road we could get away with more in those movies. It's I don't know.
Well, you can pretty much get away with stuff now. Studios will block it, but if people are paying money to see it, they're gonna eventually, show you what you're paying to see.
Yeah. Which something that I'm looking forward to seeing is a sequel to the movie Gutterballs. Now, a few episodes back, we brought up Gutterballs, which is an absolutely insane horror movie from Canada. Like it's absolutely wild.
Maple
and
syrup everywhere.
I mean, so much maple syrup
Everywhere.
And then
That's
a
sweet.
couple episodes after that, I kind of gave you an update on the sequel. Well, Tony is actually going to fill us in on what's going on with the Gutterball universe.
Oh shit.
So this is pretty crazy. This goes back, I think, all the way to 2015. Ryan Nicholson, the director, he's a special effects artist from Canada. So he basically started an Indiegogo campaign to raise money to shoot the second Gutterballs film, Gutterballs 2 Balls Deep.
I love that.
So with the Indiegogo campaign, there's all these perks, signed posters, Blu-rays, DVDs. The more you pledge, the more perks you get. So he reaches his goal really quickly, and pretty
What was
much
the goal? Do you know?
No.
'Cause I'm just curious how many people want to see the sequel.
I think maybe $45,000. Not positive though.
That's all right.
So he basically raises all this money and ghosts everybody.
Oh shit.
So eventually a cut of the film makes its way around, and they call it the bootleg cut. So not sure if it was called that because it leaked or called that purposely, just kind of throw it out there. But nobody's getting their perks. Nobody's receiving their Blu-ray, their DVDs, their posters, anything. And as the movie's being shot, you're supposed to get the poster, kind of keep you stringing along because it could be years before you're getting your Blu-ray or whatnot.
Yeah.
So he basically ghosts people for 2 years. So last year it comes out, and it's almost a year because it was last March, and he says 2018 is going to be the year of BBK, bowling bag killer. So he claims on his Indiegogo page that he's going to start making monthly updates. And the reason for this is that they want to go and reshoot an additional 45 minutes of film to put with the first cut he had because he wants to improve the quality and give everyone the movie that they paid for and they've been waiting for. So he posts this March 9th, 2018. I'm going to post monthly updates. Ghost everybody again.
Man, he's a busy guy.
Ends up
Christ.
Ends up getting brain cancer.
Whoa.
That's a good reason.
So they start another Indiegogo campaign to help pay for his treatment.
Oh my
But
god.
I think he kicked it because he did the special effects makeup on the latest Predator film that came out.
Oh,
But he has
that's good.
zero internet presence and no updates. It's been over a year since he said he would deliver monthly updates. So you can go on the Indiegogo page and just read the comments of very angry people who've been getting dicked around for 4 years at this point.
Yeah.
But
there's a
Jesus
person out
Christ.
there that like jerked off to the first one, like some real sick weirdo. I was like, I'm gonna give him $1,000. I want another one to just. That's
Just like
exactly how
that.
they
Just like that. Exactly like
Yep.
I'm holding out hope because I want Gutterballs too.
I do too.
So I'm going to stay optimistic on this one and better late than never. So if he does have the extra 45 minutes and he's going to recut the film, hopefully we can see it sooner than later because I really want to freaking see it.
Yeah, dude. Gutterballs was absolutely insane and had some of the grossest kills I've ever seen. It was Eugene. I told you about that the scene where they're 69ing and
Oh yeah.
You didn't watch
God.
it yet?
No, I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet.
dude, you got to watch it.
So good.
oh crap! I never gave it back to you, did I?
There
Can
you
I
go.
give it to Eugene
Yeah,
to watch?
yeah.
All right, Eugene.
Hooray.
Hooray! You're gonna be watching.
Hooray.
You're watching Butterballs. Gutterballs.
Butterballs.
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
I brought it into Micah because my wife said it's the most fucked up movie I own.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I work with this dude. He's a horror fan. And my wife's like, you're not going to give him that fucking those crazy movies you like. I was like, that's the first one I'm going to bring in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
All right.
Oh, guys, guess what's in a few days? St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. We're gonna listen. We live in Buffalo, New York. We're gonna
Yes, we
go
do.
to the parade. We're gonna get hammered. But more importantly, I'm gonna catch me a leprechaun. I'm gonna steal its gold, and I'm gonna get me some wishes. Which leads us to today's subject.
You know what I love about
I
your
am not
goofy
good at
ass intro?
segues.
No, you're not. Is the reason that I'm so silent is because I'm too busy looking at Drew, and her face just drops with every word.
I can't control
It's
my face.
awesome. You can't control your face.
You know what?
Oh
I'm
my
the
God, it's
only
so
one in
entertaining.
here grabbing the world by the dick and fucking just reining it in with these sweet segues. See? Look at that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
All right, so yeah, we're clearly going to be talking about Leprechaun. So just stop talking.
Yes, ma'am.
For the best.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. You can keep talking.
Thanks, baby.
But yeah, so I mean, we could pretty much find a horror movie for every single holiday,
Every single
and
holiday.
we would
Every
definitely
holiday, yeah.
They
be.
even have Arbor Day now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Really, you can't beat
Like
it.
you want like Thanksgiving horror. There's Thanksgiving horror. There's
Uh-huh.
so many Christmas
making
horror
it.
movies.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
He is.
He's making
Eli
it.
Roth.
No shit.
Eli Roth is making Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
The movie based on the Frank Tirler from
Yeah.
Grindhouse. Yep.
The best part of that trailer was the when what was that?
Trampoline.
Oh shit, the trampoline. Well, I forgot about the trampoline part. I'm talking about just the part where the sheriff like fingers the puddle of blood and like licks it and goes,
Yep.
that's blood.
Yep.
And the other cop goes, son of a bitch. Like that's the best. But like, yeah, there's a horror movie for every holiday, which is fantastic, including your birthday.
right.
But right now we are gonna dive into St. Patrick's Day, and what better way to do it than with the Leprechaun series? And I'm not just talking about the first one with Jennifer Aniston. I'm talking about the Hood. I'm talking about flying off into space. I'm talking
Back to the hood.
I'm talking about going back to the Hood to cause more shit.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm talking about let's go to Vegas. Let's go to the big city. But first,
Back to the well.
let's
Oh.
back to the well.
Too old for this
So yeah,
shit.
1993, we had Leprechaun, which when the movie starts, it has that, and I've talked about this before, that font for every horror movie
Oh,
that came out in
yeah.
the early 90s, which I don't even know what that font. I just call it early 90s horror font. it's white. The black
That
outline
all
is
caps,
it's always the
like-
same.
Capitals.
Yeah,
it's like the same opening credits for like Legend of Hercules.
Yep.
With Sorbo.
You should have seen some of the previews I had on this DVD, though. Trimark Pictures.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I used to
From the
love
past.
trailers from Trimark.
They were so good.
Yeah.
I just love that like entire opening scene is its own mini movie.
Oh yeah.
Like with
yeah.
the O'Grady's that
I actually want like a prequel to that.
oh my god.
I would love
yeah.
that. How would he got the leprechaun?
Yeah,
And,
he went all the way to
Mhm.
Ireland
Yeah.
and shit. Like I just his hair, his poorly dyed hair is the best part. It's so distracting that like I'm watching the movie, but I'm not really watching the movie. I'm just watching it not move. And just like I don't know if it's just like actual shoe polish in there or something, but it's just like so.
It was 1993.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
we have
was.
Just for Men
we
was
have a
out,
couple
yeah.
we have a couple friends that shoe polish their hair. So.
That we do, and like the eyebrows don't match, and it's just it's beautiful. It's actual, yeah. It's definitely
art.
its own character.
Yes.
I say.
The cut that starts the movie. So you open up with the the old man and the leprechaun. Then you cut to a truck driving. And I always thought it cut to a commercial, the way that edit happens. It's so horribly.
Oh,
The music hits, and you're like, is this a Chevy commercial?
I do
Product placement.
Yep.
I do love that he just like shows up home wearing that like white off-white suit.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is
that
it-
weird fucking suit.
Like
yeah.
that's he got that while he was on a bender all drunk, like thinking he looked fucking like dressed to
Oh,
the
yeah.
nines. And, so he shows up with the driver and stuff with the luggage. And what's his name again?
O'Grady?
O'Grady.
Yeah.
What's his first? Oh, did they mention his first name?
I don't
Does the
remember.
wife say it? She's like, "Oh, O'Grady, what's gotten into you?
God.
Come on now, put on some tea." I don't know why I
Yeah.
turned into Mrs. Potts there, but
Well, I mean, she did kind of sound like her
Did
a little
she?
bit.
All right,
Yeah,
good.
she said spot of tea.
oh, spot of tea.
Yeah.
Oh, give him his gold back. He's a nice little leprechaun. Oh, she's got a little bit of a stiff neck.
I love how she fell for like a child being in that tiny ass suitcase
In the
and singing
suitcase.
to the point where its voice echoed inside of it. Like what?
There's so much room in there.
Yeah, like if I hear that, I'm not fucking opening it. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
bye.
stepping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that though? Like you haven't seen your husband in a while. Like and this luggage
Comes
just
back with
starts
a
talking to you.
He's a hammer.
God.
Hammered with gold, and there's a child in a suitcase. Like I picture you coming home like that.
What the
after, like,
fuck with a
weekend
child in a
drive.
suitcase? What am I like a Harvey Weinstein showing up with a suitcase full of hookers?
A little person, just like in a suitcase, with like a bag of gold coins. Like, but it's really the chocolate.
He's you were wondering what his first name was, right?
Yeah.
Dan O'Grady.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan O'Grady, what's got in it?
I don't know, man. That is quite the head of hair though he has on his IMDb page.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
Let's see that.
that. Look at that coif.
Ooh, Dan
Look at
Fox.
that.
Man.
I didn't notice it at the beginning of the movie, but later on when you see him again, I knew
Sorry.
something was off that.
No.
Something was off that hair big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially since like they do the whole 10 years later, like when she goes to see him at the nursing home, like he still has some like a poor
He's-
like
yeah.
it's like orangey brown, like it's very
Yeah.
weird, but they're still dyeing it.
Yeah.
Like they're still
That's the
just
first thing I noticed. Yeah.
I'm like, he can have white hair for this.
Did you notice when he died, he was hanging upside down,
Yeah.
and when he actually passes away, he puts his head down, which is actually up because he's upside down.
I imagine that's
Wait a minute, I didn't notice that.
didn't
Yeah,
notice that
I-
either.
Shit. I thought you were talking about his hair. I
No,
was
think
going
about it.
like
You're
black.
hanging upside down, and when he died like this.
It just went right down.
yeah, he puts his head, but he does it slow.
Yes.
Like somehow gravity just like
fuck did I not
dude,
notice
I
that?
know.
Gravity.
reverse gravity.
I'm just so focused on the amazing acting.
Oh, it's so much.
Oh my god. So
great dye job.
we get so you fast so he kills fuck me. Leprechaun
Rewind that
kills
shit. Jesus Christ.
Put my thing down, flip it in reverse. So Leprechaun kills Mrs. O'Grady.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Dan traps him in a crate with a 4-leaf clover.
God damn, the way she went down those stairs too.
Yep.
Holy, her neck bent.
Yep.
Oh, that was a loud crunch.
That was a crunch.
That was a crunch.
crunch.
Oh, that's a crunch.
Crunch.
Crunch your fucking neck, did I?
Crunch. That's all I want to say.
You guys,
Crunch.
you guys sound like Shrek
Do I?
a little bit.
Aw.
Onions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then like he traps him in, but then what does he have? A stroke, a heart attack?
Yes.
Stroke.
Was it a stroke?
Yeah.
I thought Leprechaun gave him a heart attack. Did he grab his
No,
chest?
Demi
Yeah, he
Lovato
did,
gave him a
but-
heart attack.
Who?
Huh?
Maybe they told the actor heart attack, and then they told somebody else stroke.
Yeah.
So he went somewhere in between, just grabbed his throat.
Picking his nose.
Script says stroke. Director saying heart attack.
I got a question about this house now, because
Micah just got yelled at by Pat.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so your fucking schnoz has been hitting the mic.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. So we got the O'Grady house. He has a stroke. Who owns the house at that point? Who's selling it? Why is there cereal in the cupboards for 10 years?
Oh yeah.
Wow, those preservatives, man.
Maybe it was just like one of those foreclosures by the bank, and then nobody ever went. They're just like put it up.
As a realtor was like,
Yeah.
as is.
Yeah, possible.
That's just
those as is things. Yeah, like we're not gonna do any of it. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Some asshole's gonna buy it to get away from the city.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that's what happened. And was it Jennifer Aniston's
Dad.
like mom was dead, and it was just like her and her dad.
Yes.
And she's of course, which Jennifer Aniston does not give this movie credit for her career, man.
I know.
Not at all.
She never talks about this movie.
She doesn't like talking about it.
No,
Not
she
at all.
does not like
She
to
would
talk
rather
about
I
it.
don't understand why, because it's a fucking gem.
And she's
first
actually
off.
good in it, though.
I know.
Yeah. I know what it feels like when a man caresses my leg. That was no cat. And her dad's like, oh, do you know?
You do?
I want to point out
My sweet girl.
the fucking fashion
Oh.
and her fucking outfit.
Yo.
Those shorts were ridiculous.
So good.
But my favorite had to be she was rocking those LA
God.
gears
Yep.
from 1993.
Micah even pointed them out
with
last
the
night. It's
multiple
like,
laces,
LA
multiple colored
gears.
laces.
Yep.
Oh,
So
man.
many zoom shots of those.
So
frickin'
many
Yeah.
zoom shots.
You know they got paid for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, the puffy bangs and like
Yes.
hair. And oh,
my
God, it was so
those fucking
good.
shorts, too, though.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
was like
man.
a patchwork quilt.
Yep.
Daisy Dukes.
They're so
Who
bad.
else?
So good.
So we have Jennifer Aniston, who's Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you bring in Ozzy, who's the fat bumbling idiot. That is kind of the reason for all the shit to go down.
I mean, technically,
He let the leprechaun out of the crate.
okay, but Dan O'Grady started it in the first place
Dan
by bringing
O'Grady's
it,
fault.
by
Hey, Dan
stealing
O'Grady
its
didn't
gold.
know that the leprechaun was a genocidal maniac.
Why would he have to steal his gold? Why couldn't he just ask for it then? Because he's a little fucking psychopath for his gold, obviously.
He deserves that stroke attack.
I'd steal his gold.
No, he said
You-
he deserves that.
He
Oh,
deserves
Sorry.
a stroke attack.
Not you.
The stroke attack? Oh, yeah. I
What?
was just saying I would. There,
I mean,
All right.
so you have Ozzy, then you have that little annoying kid, with the weird like bowl cut.
From Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
yeah.
That kid?
Holy shit!
That's
He
him.
was
Is that who
in
that
that
was?
movie.
I think
No, that's right. That was Christina Applegate's brother. My nose has not hit the microphone in like the past 5 minutes.
That's like, calm the fuck down, Micah.
That's was that like all that kid was in? Was Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead and this Leprechaun movie?
Sounds about right, based on that haircut.
Yeah. That's awesome. One of those, just another child star. I'm not even going to use the term star.
I wouldn't call it
No,
a star.
not at all.
No,
Not
you
at
were
all.
you were in some things.
He was a two-hit wonder.
Let's see. So you have Ozzy, then you have the straight laced guy who's Jennifer Aniston's character is, I guess, a kind of love interest,
Love
whatever.
interest,
Yeah.
Poor
She
man's
had the hots
Kevin
for him.
Bacon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Poor
much.
man's guy. I love that.
And,
Yeah.
But he has that face. He's this dude that you can tell that he's been in a lot of like late 80s, early 90s.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
totally. I
That
didn't
square
buy
Don't know
face.
from what.
Yep.
Do you know?
No.
All right.
And that
He's like, I'm
sweet
thinking
feathery
now.
hair.
He has a face that I've seen before.
He had, he's been
in
in
a
shit
lot of
before.
a lot of B movies. It's another one of those like,
Oh,
oh,
even
yeah,
a
It's not the
TV
guy from
series.
Friday and Chopping Mall, is it?
what's that?
Guy from Chopping Mall on one of the Fridays.
I don't know about that.
Oh man. See,
No, I think it is because I called it out when we were watching Chopping Mall. I was like, that's the dude from Leprechaun.
no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll take that. That was off the head.
That was
Straight up the dome.
good shit. Good
Yeah,
shit.
that's right. I remember that.
So it goes with the whole Ozzy, who's the fat bumbling idiot in the movie, who kind of has like that boy who cried wolf thing, and then
Mhm.
eventually he's like, oh yeah, alien. He tell like a story about like aliens
Yeah.
and shit. What he told another like goofy story, right?
No, I think the aliens were the big one. Because, and
alien.
then there was something else.
I'll tell you what, though. I'd be freaking pissed off if I was him. So he tells them he finds the leprechaun, what do? They find a cat or a rat or something?
Yeah.
There's your leprechaun. Dude, if I saw a freaking leprechaun
I
and
know.
somebody showed me a freaking cat, I was like, "This is a leprechaun."
Really?
Well, considering like he's this like annoying dude that just makes shit up. Like, yeah, like
Still.
I would, yeah. If it was like Eugene telling me like he found a leprechaun, I'd be like, fucking where, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's fucking find this guy. It's just this is gonna happen on Sunday, isn't it? It's gonna be like a little person dressed up in a fucking like hornswoggle.
You'll have to wait and see.
I can't wait to hang out with you on St. Patrick's Day. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So Leprechaun gets out, and the first person he kills is so Ozzy and the little kid, they find the gold, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got to keep this to ourselves. Ozzy, we'll get you that surgery to fix your brain because you're so fucking dumb.
Which, like,
Poor guy.
but he's still like a good friend to him because he just wants him to be like happy.
But then later on, like Jennifer Anniston is just like, you can't have a surgery to fix his head. Well, I know that, but Ozzy doesn't know
I
that.
know.
Like,
I don't know, that kid can fix cars.
Yeah, he can.
He,
Holy
he
shit.
knows some shit.
what is up with like the kids in horror movies that could work on a car?
Feldman.
Corey
Yeah.
Feldman started that car right up.
Yeah, and they let that fucking kid go out there and start that car when there's a freaking leprechaun out there. No backup or anything.
I know, right? There was that scene and the other scene where it's like the dollar store Kevin Bacon, he had his leg chomped on or whatever, he couldn't walk.
Yeah.
And then Ozzy's an idiot and the kid's a kid. So like they send Jennifer Aniston out to like the well to like by herself.
Yep.
Like he just like, yeah, okay, fine, you could do it. Here's a shotgun. You ever use one of these? No, and she cocks it like a badass.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
What about when he gets his foot stuck in the trap? Now, I don't know how those traps work.
Oh,
but
it was a trap.
if
Okay.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston can come with her hands and open it,
yeah.
how come you can't just open it yourself if your own leg is trapped in
Exactly.
it?
Because he was in so much pain
So
that he
much
couldn't
pain.
focus.
He was in
it there.
shock.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that would happen to me and Drew would pry it open. Like, no, she wouldn't have a mark on her.
That would happen regardless. But anyway, do you want to hear? I'm reading this. George Lucas received a special thanks credit because Warwick Davis was under contract to him, and he gave Davis permission to appear in the movie.
That's awesome.
No
Isn't
kidding.
that cool?
That's awesome.
I know. And it's saying like when Warwick Davis was making this movie, he was like regretting it. Which
Really?
I don't know why, but yeah, but it spawned
Well,
5
he's-
sequels and people loved it, so it's now like
Yeah.
it's one of his favorite movies.
And he came back for pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody? We'll get to that. We'll get to returns in a minute, but
What?
we'll get to returns in a minute.
Okay.
The latest one. Sorry, I was gonna bring something up, but all right. So they eventually the whole thing is the Leprechaun's trying to get all of his gold back. He gets it back. He counts them. There's 99. There's not 100 pieces the way there originally was. Turns out earlier Ozzy did the whole like, let's see if this is fake. Takes a bite of it. He swallows it because he's Ozzy. He's Ozzy. That's
Yep.
There you go.
And by the way, the guy that plays Ozzy, like he was like in a ton of like 80s movies.
Yep.
Pee-wee.
Yeah.
He was like, he was the
Yeah,
bad
he was
guy
in-
that
he was
in
stole,
Pee-wee's.
Pee-wee's bike.
Yep.
He was also in Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2.
Oh my god. Yeah. Holy
I think
crap.
he was also the guy in Naked Gun. At the very
What was
end
he
of the
in Naked
movie,
Gun?
he had one line. Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo. That was him.
What?
Yep.
Good God.
And
man.
I think in the credits, he's actually known just he's not he doesn't have a character name.
Yeah.
It's Enrico Palazzo guy. Yeah, but that dude was like in all sorts of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's another little tidbit. So the scene where like after that where they get away from him, he's rummaging through the house and he's eating the cereal.
Mhm.
So they required permission from General Mills to use it because it was originally Lucky Charms.
Yep.
But General Mills was so upset when they saw the finished film that they revoked their permission. The filmmakers reshot the scene, replacing the brand name with an obvious spoof.
Yep.
They also changed the kid's line at the end from "Your luck just ran out" to "Fuck you, Lucky
Yeah.
Charms."
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's
awesome.
cool.
I love like snarky shit like that.
Throw some shade.
So good. Absolutely.
I
love the
I
drama.
used to work at General Mills and I would eat so much Lucky Charms that you would just like poop green. You eat like a whole box in one sitting. Man, it does something to you.
Did you get him for free?
Oh,
Yeah. He would
yeah,
get
shit.
Yeah.
every quarter he would get 2 boxes of cereal, and
I
by
don't mean
boxes,
like boxes. I
it
mean,
was cases of 12 boxes each.
and
No
these were
shit.
Yes.
these were like the family economy boxes.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god!
People would come over and we'd literally be handing them like cereal.
They were
as
like
early
yeah.
they were like parting gifts. Like
Yeah.
if like Tony, you were to come over, or whatever, I'd be
We'd be
like,
like,
hey, here, take some Lucky
yeah,
Charms.
Lucky Charms or Wheaties is what you want.
here's some Cheerios.
Yeah, you want honey nut, you want
Yeah.
apple cinnamon, what you want.
The hot
Wow.
commodity were like the flavored Cheerios.
Oh, apple
Like they had
cinnamon.
like
are
a,
the
they,
best.
like the
Yeah.
apple
Oh my God,
cinnamon.
Cheerios
Like
are delicious.
you had to make sure like you were like there early front of the line to get those apple Cheerios.
Yeah, you got them once. I was
I
very
got them
happy.
once, man. They were great.
Oh wait, what did they do? Like an assembly line, first come first serve, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just like
Or do they
walk,
go by
you,
rank?
You walk into the
Rank.
end of the warehouse and you just like go
It's
in
a
and like
fucking Hunger
no, it was like a first come
floor
first serve.
manager? Here you go, apple cinnamon Cheerios.
No, man.
Oh,
that
what
place,
are you, garbage guy?
Look, man, that place
Regular
was
flavor.
union. Like had a union rep got his first choice.
Yeah.
He got like the secret product.
Experimental shit.
I think that my favorite part of like everything about Leprechaun is every time they throw shoes at him, he needs to clean them.
Yeah.
And that like distracts him. It's the cutest thing on the planet, which like I guess they wanted to do like straight horror, and Warwick Davis was the one that wanted to throw in like the comedic stuff,
Oh, that's cool.
and which I mean
Which
worked
worked
for
out.
it completely. It was that movie's so funny. Like I was telling Micah when we were watching it last night, like I remember like my little sister and I watching it, and we were just die. Like the
Yeah.
scene where he's on the roller skates and he goes through the fence and it's like the outline of him.
That was great.
Yep.
The funniest shit in
Yep.
horror movies. Like he was so cute.
Leprechaun
Uh-huh.
was like a kind of like a Bugs Bunny type thing. If he
Yeah.
was like evil.
Yep.
yeah.
Like the
yeah.
Wile E. Coyote and
Yeah, like I would love to have seen a scene where like he takes like one of those like black holes, throws it on like a hole, and somebody falls, but it's like a pit.
They get
Oh,
impaled.
but you were getting on the first death. Sorry, I cut you off.
What's that?
first death of the
Oh, that
movie.
was forever ago, but I don't even remember where we were at. Oh yeah, Ozzy and that little kid, they get the pawnbroker killed, because
Yeah.
they drop the gold off there, and the guy's like, hey,
In
let me
their
keep this.
defense, he wanted to keep it.
You did?
He was gonna, all right. So I guess he deserved to die.
Yeah,
Which,
it's not their fault.
The slow motion pogo death scene,
Oh my
my
god.
God.
up and down on the guy's
It's one of my
chest.
favorites.
But like, I just love that it switches to like clearly like a kid
Mhm.
like on the pogo
Mhm.
stick, and then it closes up on like Warwick's face.
Yep.
Oh my god, that scene was awesome. And then I think later on, that's when he gets the car.
Yeah, he loves vehicles, this little dude. So he gets pulled over by a cop. A good piece of information here if you're tracking the sequels and the continuity. So this leprechaun is 600 years old.
Yes.
So
That's when the cop was just like, oh, you could. I'm 600 years old.
always gets mistaken for a kid. So he thinks the kid is a little late for you to be out, kid. Kid, I'm 600 years old.
Did he change it up in the other movies?
Well, I
Well-
got a theory that I think it's a different leprechaun in each sequel.
Oh.
And I can confirm this with 1 and 2.
Yep.
Wasn't the second one where they showed like what happened in the past, and then the next scene in the present, wasn't that like 1,000 years later?
correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, actually, yeah.
So the second one starts. It's 1,000 years ago,
Uh-huh.
St. Patrick's Day, the leprechaun's 1,000th birthday.
Oh yeah.
So a different leprechaun.
Apparently, if you're a leprechaun, you can only get married every 1,000 years. You have the opportunity to get married.
Mm-hmm.
So you can barely tell this in the movie, but he's got this plot: sneeze once, sneeze twice, sneeze thrice, she'll be my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So he's about to take this chick for his wife, and apparently, the chick's father says, "God bless you," after the third sneeze, and his plan is ruined. He has to wait another 1,000 years. So in Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun is actually 2,000 years old
That's an old
Oh.
leprechaun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
because it's his second go to try to get a bride on St. Patrick's Day.
So he
And
waited
they all look
1,000.
like Warwick Davis.
I mean,
I mean,
Yeah.
it all looked the
hey
same.
man, the Greys all look the same. The critters all look the same. The xenomorphs all look the
Yeah,
same.
you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
man.
right.
Why
Yeah,
not?
like it.
Why not
Right.
all the leprechauns
All
just
the
look
good
the
guy
same?
dolls look
Was-
the
They
same.
just dress differently, and they have different motives.
Was the
Tell by
second one the one with the lawnmower boob death?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was a good
Yeah.
one.
You tell by their pot of gold too. In Leprechaun 1, he's got 100 shillings.
Yeah.
Freaks out every time he's missing one.
Yes.
In Leprechaun 2, he's got a little hodgepodge, just whatever he
Yeah.
can grab.
Huh. You just blew my mind.
Yeah. So they're
I'm going to see these movies in a whole different light now.
Oh my god.
so now in the then we fast forward to the third one. That's do they mention his age in the third one?
No, third one has he shows up as a statue and he's got a medallion on. Medallion is basically turns him to stone, or if he looks at it, he freaks out. So you don't have much backstory, but what you get is the awesome old school computer with the CD-ROM, the CD about ancient folklore, and you can type in leprechauns. So throughout part 3 in this pawn shop, every time you walk in, the computer is just still playing. So it gives you a whole bunch of exposition about leprechauns via CD-ROM, but it doesn't give you any history on the specific leprechaun. He literally just shows up in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's a guy, he's got Lucky tattooed on his hand. And this guy's missing an eye, an arm, and a leg, and he's the one that's moving the leprechaun around. So he sells the leprechaun for $20 and says it's his good luck charm.
I'd buy a leprechaun
that,
for $20.
But the thing was with the third one, he had one of his powers was he granted wishes.
Wishmaster.
Yeah.
Totally. Which like the first one he had no wishes, second one no wishes.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like first one he wanted his gold, second one he wanted to get laid.
Pussy.
Yeah. And then this third one he granted wishes, which he granted the greatest wish of all time to Carolyn Williams.
Yep.
When she strutted her fine ass across the casino floor. Well, everybody's doing the whistle, a little cat calling. Remember that?
No, because I've never seen the third one.
Ooh, that's okay.
Eugene.
No. You know what?
I
have sat.
I saw the first one. I saw the second one. I saw the two hood ones.
Naturally.
But for some reason, I didn't see the third one or the space one.
I have
don't
sat
remember
here,
much from the space one.
I've sat here and you've spouted off so many movies, and you were just like, "Come on, you never seen it." So I will just be like, Eugene, that's fine. But we have it. I'll let you borrow it.
You
That doesn't make you better than me.
You haven't.
I'm gonna be the best.
Just throwing that out there.
You mean tell me you haven't seen the highest grossing straight to VHS film of that year?
Of that year? Is that
Yeah.
an actual fact?
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
What year did Leprechaun 3 come
It
out?
was 95. No positive. But
Well,
yeah.
they're
Same
really
year
rapid
California
fire
Love
then.
came
Yeah,
out.
because the first two had
Big
theatrical
deal.
releases. Part 1 had a really small budget and made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
So they pumped part 2 up to a $2 million budget, and it freaking flopped.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't good. Leprechaun 2, I don't think it has a couple good
1995.
scenes. 95, nice. So it went 93, 94, then 95.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
pumped them up. pretty
Oh
quick.
my God, man.
Yeah.
That's like sleepaway camp style.
I think that's why Leprechaun looks so consistent. His makeup and his wardrobe and everything.
Did everybody was
Leprechaun
still
4
on
was in
board? Like,
96. So they just kept it going. Yep.
No, I think different people took over because the writer of the first film has writing credits throughout the series,
Yeah.
but just characters by. He has no involvement.
Okay, based on characters. Okay. Yeah. The Eugene, what happened in the third one is Carolyn Williams she's like a busted older lady. She used to be like a showgirl. And she wants to like reclaim like her youth, beauty, and stuff. And when she gets a wish from the leprechaun, she looks like stunning, like absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like because her lips are like full pouting, her ass is big, bubbly, her boobs are big, they're
Mhm.
great. She looks great. And then but her boobs start growing more and more and more, and her ass gets bigger and bigger. Her lips get huge. And Leprechaun says something about like, "Oh yes, and your tits." And I forgot exactly what.
Come on to here.
And then eventually her chest blows up, her ass blows up, her lips blow up,
Oh,
And that's
okay.
her death.
and that's her death. Yeah, it's great.
Actually sounds awesome.
It's amazing.
it's really good.
It's
That's
so
fuck- I would
good.
have
That's
to
the
watch
best
it.
part of the movie.
All right.
Back at part 2, you and I talked about this, Tony. Best scene in the movie.
Scene at the bar.
Yep.
It actually, when I was younger, it creeped me out, and even watching it again, when Morty goes to whatever the guy's name is, when Morty tells his nephew or whatever, he's here.
Morty's the creepy old dude, right?
So what you got is the camera pans and the leprechaun is sitting at the end of a crowded bar, and for whatever reason, it is fucking creepy.
Because he's just like sitting there staring.
Yeah, he's at long bar, and he's basically at the corner part, the shorter part, and he's just staring down at the other end of the bar, just staring him down, just waiting. Like waiting for a conversation of some kind. He's not, he's like plotting. He's not actually, but just the fact that he's just out in public, just waiting like that, just something about the way it's shot. Because even in the first film, there's a couple scenes where they try to mix the comedy and the horror, but you could tell there's a couple shots where they're trying to actually,
They're trying to actually have it be
use the
scary.
makeup effects to, get some good scares.
But that leads to a drinking competition, which,
Oh, so good.
how are you going to beat a leprechaun at the game of drink? Like, he's Irish, he's 2,000 years old. That's a 2,000-year-old liver. It's sturdy, it's grizzled. It's a veteran liver right there.
It is.
Like, granted, he's little, but I mean, come on, man. His liver's huge and really pack a punch. Maybe he has a backup liver. I wish I had one of those. That'd be sweet. You beat him with smarts.
You're such an alcoholic yourself that you have a special name shot of whiskey, which is actually just the bartender giving you water. So you challenge a leprechaun to a drinking contest, and you order your special rye, which is actually the water, and give the leprechaun his Irish whiskey. Let him drink himself under the table.
So, old man was drinking water the whole time. Leprechaun's getting shit-faced. Yeah.
Which, again, was hysterical
Yeah,
and adorable.
That scene was worth the movie. The rest of it, pretty forgettable.
Yeah, pretty boring, most of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Not really likable characters.
a really
Yeah.
long 88 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so
definitely is.
it picks it up again with the third one. There's even a scene where the leprechaun strikes a pose with Elvis,
Oh, yeah.
the Elvis
What?
impersonator. Yeah,
Yep.
like it's Elvis. It's Las Vegas. Like, seeing like a leprechaun walking around would just be like, oh, what show's he in? So like the leprechaun and Elvis, they exchange some words back and forth. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And they strike the humana pose, whatever.
Together?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they did it
God.
together.
It was-
And Elvis walks away scot-free. He doesn't kill him.
Well,
Anything.
No
you know what he
shit.
says?
Huh.
Next time, get paid for that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's awesome.
So good.
I forgot how they kill him in that.
And 3?
Yeah.
Well, it goes
They
back
turn
to,
him into stone again?
No, it goes to the mythology where basically in part 3, he's got the 100 shillings again. So
Okay.
he's back to his one pod. And basically all his power lies in the coins. So if you destroy a pot of gold, you basically destroy the leprechaun. So that's why if you find a coin, for every coin in there, it gives one wish to one person. So find a coin, make a wish, you can't make a wish again. But if
Yeah.
you had a whole pot, you'd have a whole 100 wishes. That's the whole mythology for part 3. So yeah, basically destroy his pot of gold, you destroy the leprechaun. Because that's another thing about these leprechauns. They basically die at the end of all the movies. So
Yep.
it's not
Oh,
really,
yeah.
for continuity's sake, you can't really, can't say like a dog pissed on him in the graveyard or whatnot
Yeah.
and brought him back or whatever.
Greatest way to bring back anyone, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Except dog pee on him. That works. So from there, somehow we end up in space. In the future.
Looking
No.
for love.
Yes, yeah.
Look at now, same thing with a lot of part 4 is kind of hazy for me. Eugene, is it fresh in your mind?
I told you I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he
Part
hasn't seen
4?
The
I didn't
space
see part
one.
3 or part
Oh,
4.
I missed the part 4 part.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw 1, 2 in the hood and back to the hood.
I don't think I've seen the space one since like it came out.
All right.
So
Indulge us.
I'm
Here we
pretty
go.
good with the first 35 minutes because that's how much I watched before I turned it off.
It's hard to watch.
Oh, and I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. I didn't think nothing of it. This and Children of the Corn. There was no internet back then, so you go to Blockbuster,
Yep.
and there could be a movie you didn't even know was being made would just show up magically, and you could rent it.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd have my fingers crossed every time I went to Blockbuster. Come on, Children of the Corn. Come on, Leprechaun. So when Leprechaun 4 came out, there was I don't know if Bloodline was even made yet. There was no Jason X, so the whole cheese factor, I didn't realize it. So I said, shit, Leprechaun in space. Loved it as a kid. Rewatched it. Holy shit. This is like Windows 95 screensaver graphics, horrible.
Yeah.
Like cartoon shit.
Wow.
It looks so fucking bad. Worse than any, bad sci-fi movie. I can't believe that they even got away with this shit.
All I remember is like the beginning with like that really the real like cheesy like group of like what it was like space militia guys.
No, they're space marines.
Space Marines.
But they're the most
One dude had
fucking-
like he was like chop top. He had like part of his head was chrome.
Yeah, but these are not marines. They just they're freaking.
No,
they're
they're-
the B squad for sure. They're not even acting professional. So apparently, there's somebody going around the universe at this point and fucking up some oil rigs, some mining mission that's $500 million a day or something ridiculous. So these Marines are trying to hunt whatever is going on. And it's the Leprechaun is trying to pursue the King of the Galaxy's daughter to be his wife or whatnot.
Man, he is horny.
Well, he
yeah,
figures
he was not like that in the first movie.
He made a few comments.
Yeah, but that was just like for comedy. It wasn't anything like. I mean, he was caressing Jennifer Aniston's leg.
it's got to be in the bloodline from the Leprechaun from part 2. Distant relatives.
Yeah,
Possibly they're cousins.
So he's basically, almost part 2, but in space, he's got this chick captured, and she's such a friggin' money hungry, friggin' piece of trash that she goes along with his plan and basically wants to sell out her father and marry the Leprechaun because he's magical and can provide her with all the wealth.
What a
And they'll-
bitch.
They'll rule the galaxy together.
Yeah.
So basically, if I remember correctly, the Leprechaun actually jumps on a grenade to save this chick's life, blows himself up.
Oh my god.
Now I turned the movie off at this point. I couldn't even get any
I
further.
do
but
remember that part.
apparently, there's something about somebody pissing where the Leprechaun comes out of the guy's dick to come back to life. Because he jumps
That
on
I
a
do not
grenade.
remember.
I don't remember
sacrifices
that.
That comes
himself.
out of a guy's dick.
Something when a guy's pissing. Like I said, I don't remember. I faintly remember that's how he's resurrected.
It's
if
an
you will.
STD I would
Yeah.
not want.
He's
Was
not.
it Screech's dick?
He's not actually. He's not actually dead
He
from
turns
the
around.
grenade.
Oh,
blew
the
up,
whole
but-
you can't
Yeah.
to kill a leprechaun, you have to kill all of them. Yeah.
So he comes back at some point, kills the Marines one by one.
I remember like the Marines, and I remember the leprechaun like using a lightsaber to like chop a dude up.
He does right.
That's
Right in the very beginning. He's got a little green stick. Yeah.
I would use I would use that lightsaber like for everything after that. He just uses it once. Right?
I remember
It's like Yoda.
at the end he fucking like blows himself up, like enlarges himself, and he's supersized leprechaun.
Oh jeez.
And then
I
he gets-
hate when that
He
happens.
gets blown out into space and he's blown up, but his friggin' hand goes by with the middle finger.
That's awesome.
That sounds about right.
And then
We hop back in the
We-
hood
Then we go
go
to the hood.
we go
Oh,
to
that's
the
right.
hood for the first time
first.
in what is it, the 1970s or 1980s that has Ice-T
1980s.
with the giant fro.
Yep.
Yes.
Leprechaun kills his buddy. Ice-T just starts. This is where they really took a turn in the comedy, where instead of like the 60-40, 60% comedy, 40%,
Oh, yeah.
it was like 90% comedy,
Yep.
cheesy ass comedy.
I just remember the
tongue-in-cheek.
one scene where it's like they're in the middle of fighting him and they're all like lined up against the wall and they all agreed to do something. So they're like going down a line and fist bumping each other. And the last one turns around and he like fist bumps Leprechaun and then they all realize he's there and do like the screaming thing. But like, I just remember like that was my favorite scene of like all time.
Just like Ice-T pulling did he pull like a baseball bat out of his hair?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
They
guy.
really, they just said to hell with it with that movie.
What about the Postmaster P and the whole positive rap?
Postman.
Oh, God.
Rapping
I
for
forgot about
positivity.
that.
Oh my
But yeah,
god.
we're gonna go armed robbery and friggin'
Mhm.
shoot somebody just to get the positivity out there.
Guys, give me some more about this Back to the Hood, because just
I
like
mean,
just like
it's
part
just to the
4,
hood.
that's
Yeah.
But not
Okay,
just
so-
to the hood.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically what it is we flash forward and Ice-T is basically running a record label, and we have a rap group. I believe this isn't from Compton. It takes place in Compton, but their message, like I said, is positivity. They're going to take over the world, spreading positivity. They're pretty impressed with their music, so they take it to Ice-T, and he basically says it's it's shit. It's the worst shit he's ever heard. So they have to come up with a game plan to get their positive message out. So they end up, I think he's got a medallion similar to part 2. And I think they want to go rob that in order
Yeah.
to get, I think they know about the magical power and it'll make the rap, not suck. Basically what happens is they end up, armed robbery and they get this medallion and all of a sudden they're positive rap message starts taking a dark turn. You got a guy in the group, Stray Bullet. So basically, the overall theme of a lot of these movies is that greed corrupts, and looking for shortcuts will doom you in. So they lose their positive message, and Leprechaun is on the chase for them to get back whatever they stole. Or this one is a flute.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I was actually going to ask you earlier. I know there was a Leprechaun movie with a flute. It was this
Yes.
one? Okay.
So
Because the medallion was
yeah.
2.
They got the magic flute because they play it right before they try to rap and all that stuff.
Okay.
So the flute has magical powers. or
That's
something.
right. I did forget about
Yeah,
that.
I completely forgot about the flute.
I thought
Also-
the medallion was part 3.
Is medallion
The
2 or 3?
statue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no. You're right.
Yeah. Get your shit together,
sorry, babe.
Micah. This is also the last entry to be released by Trimark, if that
Really?
makes any sense to anyone, which it does.
This
does
one
make
was?
sense.
It was.
Yeah.
Not Back to the Hood?
Nope.
Also,
Wow.
the best reviewed by mainstream critics, has the most positive ratings.
Well, with a
this-
tagline like "Lep in the Hood, come to do no good," how can you go wrong?
That's gold right
Is
there.
this
Yep.
is it you said it earlier? Is this the one where Leprechaun does the a friend with weed is a friend indeed?
I don't know if it's this one or the next one, because he smokes weed in this one,
Yeah.
but in the next one, the weed scene is much, much, much funnier. Yeah, he's a friend with weed is a friend indeed.
I agree.
Oh, this actually is at 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's just 75% less than us. So I mean, like
What?
that's so close.
Oh, the
man.
movie.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah, not
I'm like,
us,
why would we
us.
be
the
on
movie?
Say.
Us.
Oh, okay. They
Sorry,
meant like
I
us,
should have
us.
said get out. I
We're on Rotten
apologize.
Tomatoes. Yeah. So I mean, it had to be that movie, the In the Hood movie, was so popular and did so well that they warranted just to do another sequel in the
Yeah.
Hood.
Was it like right after this?
It-
though?
it
Like,
was
did
3
did
years
film-
later.
3 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, they did Back to the Hood 3 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we actually had a gap between these
Oh.
ones.
Yeah. A 3-year gap.
Nice. But
But
it
So
was
they
like
figured
a-
they want to do another one, but like, which one is our most popular?
yep.
It was a whole new cast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Pretty much.
And like a different city too, right?
no
Just like different
continuity
hood?
at all. Different
None.
Leprechaun.
Really?
No, it's still Warwick Davis.
No.
Well,
Oh, right. He wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they mention his age in the Hood movies?
I do not think so.
Hmm.
I don't recall.
I don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm.
The tagline for this one is "Evil has a whole new rap."
Oh, he does rap at the end of one of these movies too.
Oh God,
He does the second
that's
one, isn't
right.
it?
I think it was the second one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is the last one to
So good.
feature Warwick Davis as a leprechaun.
Is that where he just
Yep.
said "fuck this"?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
and I'm out.
It
Yeah.
was done. They were done.
You know what, guys? This was great.
Yeah, because it didn't. I think that one made that. What did that one make the worst amount of money?
The least amount.
I think least amount. Yeah.
What, back
Yeah.
back to the Hood
Yes.
because you
So
said
then that because they had to have stopped. That's why they stopped.
I mean, at that point, you're in the piracy and internet and all that stuff. so-
Yeah.
oh yeah.
but there
Well,
is
it's like where that now those generation of movies these were just stretched out all through the 90s. Like
Yeah.
that's I feel like the Leprechaun series is a really good staple of 90s horror, and it showed how ridiculous some of the 90s horror could be and just how fun it could be too. I mean, there's a lot of shit in the 90s, especially the Leprechaun sequels.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's awesome that it's just like this huge not huge, but it's long played out franchise. But like, where would you have gone after the Hood? Like he was already in space. Somehow he ended up in the Hood. Like
Yeah.
like
He was in the country already.
Yeah.
yeah, he was already in the country. You would have to like do like the
Uh,
thing. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say Antarctica.
yeah, like
Duh.
Antarctica.
could
or,
have had
like-
him in Ireland.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Ireland.
Yeah.
Hey, do a prequel to the first one then.
Yeah.
Which after the Hood, how many years passed? And then WWE produced the next take on Leprechaun Origins.
Origins with Hornswoggle.
Moving on, we have.
You know what? I just want to know, just real quick, with Leprechaun Origins, what I noticed is that it didn't do well at all, and I think part of the reason was, well, one, Warwick Davis wasn't in it. They totally changed the whole look
Yeah.
of the Leprechaun.
They turned him into like a lizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something. Yeah, he was like lizard looking. It was
He looked
weird.
like Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he looked like.
and that's not
and
a compliment.
Then they tried.
No.
They tried to keep it like uber like serious too, because that was one of the
There
big
was,
things.
there was no humor in it.
There was no humor in
No,
it.
it
They tried
didn't
it
have
as
the-
a straight horror movie, and it just didn't work.
Who is the guy in that?
It's the guy from Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy versus the
Yeah.
one that Freddy's the only guy like Freddy actually killed in
Yes.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little tidbit for you.
Freddy's
Freddy only
back.
killed one person, and it was
I didn't fucking realize
that kid. Freddy's
Wow.
back.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in that. And then who was the girl? Does she matter?
Fuck man, I haven't seen that movie
Okay,
in
she doesn't-
so long.
she
I
doesn't
think
matter.
I think I watched that one time.
I never
And
even
it was so
finished
bad
it.
I never watched it again.
It's just like the couple goes to Ireland. They go to a bar. The bartender, who I guess would be the harbinger,
Mhm.
gives them the whole the business about like leprechauns or whatever.
Do they meet somebody who tries to like swindle them first to tell them to go somewhere? Because I know they get the locals. Oh, don't go mess around. But isn't there somebody that tries to direct them? Aren't they looking for the local tour or something? How do they end up at the house where they're at?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
I know they
Man.
go in
It's been
search
so
of trouble.
It's so bad.
I don't
But-
think I ever watched it.
Oh, you never watched it?
Doesn't
No.
somebody send them there on purpose, like trap them there to feed
Oh,
the
did I
leprechaun
fall
or
asleep
something?
immediately?
You fell asleep
think you're
immediately.
right.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
But you're welcome. But I don't remember anything from that. Like, could you even tell it was Hornswoggle? Like playing?
No.
Yeah. So how? Like, what was the point of Hornswoggle being if it was just going to be like a CGI little guy?
Because it was WWE Studios,
name,
and it's one of their wrestlers.
Because
and,
when I
he was
when
a
I
midget.
first heard
or little person. Excuse me.
Yeah. When I first heard like that was supposed to be Hornswoggle, I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're just gonna like dress him up the way he is, put the Warwick Davis style makeup on it. But then
Yeah,
like when it
like a
came
more
out, I
sinister
was
look.
like, wait, what?
Yeah, I saw a picture on the internet first. They were like, "Oh, this is what the new leprechauns will look like." I was like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the
And I was like,
fuck?
why?
Yeah.
So they just like put him in
Yeah.
one of those like Avatar costumes and had him like just run around and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
No lines or anything. Did he have lines?
No.
He didn't talk.
No.
No, he was like a creature.
I wonder if it was they had a different idea, and when they started shooting it and looking at the dailies, they said, "Oh, this looks like a pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
How do we fix this? CGI creature or something?" Because the way they marketed it when it first came out is that it was going to be Hornswoggle playing Warwick
he
Davis'
was in
character.
he was
Yeah.
in the commercials, like
Yeah.
putting it over
Yeah.
about like this is his movie. He's the leprechaun.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were swindled.
Yeah, real bait and
We were.
switch marketing.
Boy,
Yeah.
were we hornswoggled.
Boom, boom.
I was on a show with Hornswoggle a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he
and
was so nice.
he's such a nice guy. Like he sat and watched everyone's match and then like went up to you and actually like gave you like advice. He didn't give
That's
you he
cool.
gave you like compliment sandwiches. Like where it was like a
Aw.
compliment, hey, work on this, but you did great, and like
Yeah.
such a nice dude. And like
When we were doing shots with him at the bar later, like he was so sweet.
yeah, he was a great dude, but like the one thing like I wish I brought up to him was I wanted to talk to him about Leprechaun, but I also like I don't know if that's like a touchy subject or
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's like because I don't think he got like any money from that.
Yeah. You should have segued with. He's a big Muppets fan.
Is he?
He's a huge Muppets fan.
No kidding.
Yeah, yeah. He's actually got a couple tattoos, and he was in the Muppet movie sequel that came
Oh.
out a few years
Yeah,
back.
the one that came out. Yeah,
Yeah, he was in there.
That was actually a clever movie.
I think he was one of the prisoners or something.
Really?
But yeah. He's a huge Muppet fanatic.
I mean, my buddy from Erie, PB Smooth, he was actually tag team champions with him in AIW in Cleveland.
Oh wow.
This past for like the past like 8-10 months or so.
Sure.
Yeah. They were Hornswoggle was like a Drew
Fucking fine.
gives a shit about
He's like,
wrestling.
fuck.
They were booking Hornswoggle as like a reoccurring character at AIW.
Oh, wow.
And it was great because PB Smooth is about 7 feet tall, and Hornswoggle is not 7 feet tall.
Oh, that would have been a sight to see.
I'll show you pictures later. Because you really care about this.
Yeah, no.
I want to talk about the one we watched last night.
Do it.
Okay, I forget what is it called? Leprechaun
Returns.
Oh, okay.
Very
Leprechaun
clever.
Returns. Yes.
They went in hard.
Yes,
For
they
the-
did. First off, it's like they do like what is it? These girls are like building a self-sustaining sorority
They're
house.
college girls.
Yes.
It's like a project for
Yeah.
them. They want
First off, the best part is they say what what they're majoring in, and they just like jumbled
Jesus.
3 words together, like that made no sense whatsoever. And so like every we're just watching it, and they clearly like no one who actually knows what they're talking about wrote the script because like everything they were saying, I was looking at Micah and I was like, That's not right at all. Like it was fantastic. But I loved all the characters in it. Like the girls were all super great. I loved the junkie chick who was like hammered the whole time. And they first Ozzy was there.
So yeah, the girl rolls up into town and gets
going
off the
for
bus.
college.
She's sitting there waiting for someone to pick her up, and guy in the background just backs up into garbage cans, gets out of the truck. It's Ozzy.
Yep.
So
He's even got the old truck with the guys that paint sticker on it and
That's
everything.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
it's instead of guys that paint, it's like scratched out and has
Yeah.
Ozzy paints. Yeah, Ozzy that paints.
Yeah.
You guys realize that they Halloweened this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
'Cause
absolutely.
This is a direct
This
sequel
is
to
direct-
the
Yep.
first one. and
Yeah.
that's
Which
it.
did they Halloween us, or did they just give a sequel to the first one?
Or did
'cause
Halloween
it's-
Leprechaun us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. You just blew my mind again.
Whoa.
Damn.
Halloween Leprechaun does.
2 times in one episode.
But yeah, so like the little, just with Ozzy being there, and then is it a spoiler? If we,
Well, I mean, it hasn't come out yet.
It's been out since November.
It'll be
Well-
premiering Sunday though. On
Yep,
Sci-Fi.
on Sci-Fi.
okay, well we won't say anything more then about that. But like,
You
I
don't
mean,
wanna-
obviously
you
it's
don't
like
wanna
front
bring
and
up that,
center. So no, I don't think so. We'll let it be.
You know what? Tony didn't tell me, so
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
we'll
leave that part be.
No, yeah, we won't. Calm down. Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. You want to just Micah can't keep a
He
secret.
was dead the
Oh,
whole
I,
time.
Well,
know,
I
I
haven't
know what you're referencing now.
Yeah. I haven't
seen it either,
Took me a
so-
minute, but I got
Yeah,
it.
okay. I won't,
Oh.
We won't give anything away there. But
Yeah, so
A lot
I
of that
won't.
stuff was in the trailer though.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
A lot of the stuff was in the
Wait,
trailer.
well, we knew
Oh, it's
Ozzy
in
was
the
going to be
trailer?
in it.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
not the. Is it?
Ozzy asked the young lady
you
about.
might as well just
something.
spoil it.
Nah, I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah. So it's just I didn't know how long this movie was out. Shit, but like
It's been out since November.
yeah, I know.
I didn't know
but
it's been out since November.
Yeah.
Really.
That's crazy. But it's premiering on TV on St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
but it's
supposed to.
gonna be. It's really gonna be watered down.
When
Yeah.
they
Oh yeah, it's on Sci-Fi.
when they announced it, they said it was supposed to premiere on St. Patty's Day on Sci-Fi, but I think they ended up moving up because they want to get out before the end of the year for
Oh,
end of the year lists and all that. I think they're pretty proud of it, so they want to do a nice,
nice.
Yeah.
uncut Blu-ray release before it gets watered down on Sci-Fi.
Oh, okay. Now, I mean, is it really going to get watered down on Sci-Fi? Because isn't the new Child's Play series going to be on Sci-Fi?
It
The new
is.
Child series is gonna be on Sci-Fi, but I mean,
And Don Mancini said that Chucky's going to say fuck. So
It's just
I don't know how watered down.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't-
there's a scene where he comes through someone's stomach and like all the entrails and everything, and it's pretty gory. Dude gets
I mean,
sliced down the middle like in
I mean,
13
don't they show
Ghosts.
shit like that on The Walking Dead?
well, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. If your TV show gonna pass, how come when I watch Friday Part 4 on AMC, it's chopped to shit?
Yeah.
But then I watch The Walking Dead and I could see anything on there.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I want to know why.
That's actually a really
wanna
good
know
fucking
why.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
AMC.
man.
Get your
Hear
shit
us.
together.
Bates
All right.
Bates Motel, the first episode had a rape scene in it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it
Like
did.
a rape scene. But I can't see Jason shove a knife through the back of someone's neck with banana coming through it.
Banana.
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 And then the
Banana.
sequels, those kills are all so quick, quarter of a second, and then you censor
Yeah.
it even more for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Walking
Oh, my
Dead,
God.
you could bash in heads with baseball bats, which I loved it. But
Yeah.
it's just like
That was great.
give me my movies uncensored
Yeah.
as well if you're gonna
Yeah.
show me that
Yeah,
shit.
like if you have to do anything, I mean, please don't take away our boobs, but if you have to, take away the boobs, leave the gore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I
know,
100%
man.
agree.
Take
Mike-
the gore, leave the
And
boobs.
besides, just show the fucking movies after prime time anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
really a big deal.
You got that Sundance channel that says film is art, so we don't censor anything, even though you can get it on basic cable.
Yeah.
So it's like, can't you
But
know?
Sundance censors their movies, though, don't they?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Maybe it's IFC I'm thinking of.
It's probably
be
IFC
thinking of
because
IFC.
I've watched movies on Sundance. I'm like, hey, what the hell?
Okay.
You know, somebody's about to say fuck and they say frick,
Okay, it's got to be
Oh,
IFC.
yeah.
then.
yeah.
or they don't say anything and they go, I don't give up. What you think?
These monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Oh god. I love Snakes on a Plane, but watching that version on USA Network was
Oh,
awful.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I
so
wa-
that-
I wonder how they will censor this though, because there's a lot of gore. However,
Yeah.
the gore borders cartoonish.
True.
But
Very
yeah, it's really over the top.
so
Yeah.
if they consider it cartoonish, they might just allow everything. But
Yeah.
thinking for chopstick, even for time, if you're trying to put this in a 2-hour window on TV, they're probably going to cut something. You know, this film has been edited for fit your TV
Yeah.
and time and all that.
Yeah.
this entire movie, Leprechaun Returns, is a callback to the original. Like everything from like the house.
Yep.
They have the truck from the first one.
Same cereal in the cupboards.
Yep.
Same. I
Same fucking cereal.
did not notice that.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't?
No.
I just made that up.
No, there was. I thought there was food and stuff in there still. Oh.
We're gonna go back and watch this.
I guess we
Tony,
have
maybe
to.
you watched this Sublimity. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, dude, I did not see that. That and I like just everything about the movie is good, and the characters that they have in this one are very likable.
Yeah.
You have the over the top bitch who's drunk all the time. You have like the nerdy one that's super controlling. You have the slut. Then you have like the jock dick guy, and then the stand up do-gooder guy who fucking gets it pretty bad.
Do you have a nerd too?
What's that?
Is there a nerd also?
Yeah, chick.
Nice.
Just one chick is the nerd.
All right.
It's a great ensemble. There wasn't any of them where I watched and just like, God, I fucking hate this person. They fucking die right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
like
you
don't like the people you're supposed to not like, but it's still like in a good way.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
They do it very well because it's borderline meta.
Mhm.
However, it's them knowing and then purposely doing the dumbest shit. And it breaks a lot of conventions. There's actually one scene in the movie where, normally in a horror movie, if you days off, you see something, somebody says, get your attention. And what do? Oh, nothing. Well, there's one scene where somebody asked the one girl, what are you looking at? When she goes, oh my God, I think I just saw, and she says something very obscene that you would never say to another human being. But
Yeah.
it's because it's literally what she saw. And you never see that in a horror movie where somebody actually, at the sake of sounding batshit crazy, tells you the fucked up thing they saw.
Yeah.
That's
So-
when the
awesome.
girl's on the outside of the house trying to explain she's not crazy. There's a
Yeah.
leprechaun that attacked me in my room. But then the other girl walked out of the house and goes, guys, there's a money hungry like dwarf in the kitchen right now. That's just that, man. I love that like two of the actors in the movie took selfies with them.
Yeah. That's everyone's first instinct when they see the leprechaun.
They
Get this on
That's
social media.
awesome.
Take a selfie with.
Instagram,
They're not scared of him. They're like, oh, what? No way. They
That's
snap a
kind of
selfie
real
with
life,
him.
man. You know that if
True.
a leprechaun
Oh, yeah.
popped up, I'd
Plus,
be taking
he's
as many
not-
selfies as possible.
This
I know you would.
Hell yeah.
Eugene would be all up on
Eugene
that.
Find the right
Facebook
light.
Live it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I would.
That's just this leprechaun was like I'm not. At first, I was like, damn it, I'm not gonna like this. It's not Warwick. He was so likable.
He was.
Yeah, he was so.
Was he
good.
really?
He was, yeah.
So good. This leprechaun was great. He spoke in like riddles.
or limericks.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, the
And
whole.
you could tell his heart was in it too. Whoever the actor
yeah.
was, he was
Yeah.
having so much fun
That's
with
awesome.
this.
Yeah, there was that scene where he was like running and just. Oh my god.
I'm like, oh my God, we were dying whenever he would run because it's just like those little like like
Like,
just the way
yeah.
his body just like
He was having a good time.
Yeah,
I
he
liked his
was.
voice. I liked
Yeah.
how he looked. I liked his clothing in it.
I didn't like it. He grew on me. Like I didn't like him at first either, but
At first his voice, because like I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
man, this is not work. But then his voice really grew on me.
yeah,
But I really dug how he looked in this.
And I was really worried because from the trailer they show one scene where it's basically almost like a Evil Dead 2 where there's a bunch of little leprechauns.
yeah.
And I saw that in the trailer and I was like, God, please don't let the whole movie be like this.
Yeah.
I could take a little comedy, but I also want to bring it back to its roots and be a little serious. But I will say this, when the movie, with a comedy, the comedy works very well. See the one part where the one guy clearly dies and his girlfriend
Oh yeah.
Like, do you think he's still alive? Maybe. That was that 13 ghost death.
yeah.
Yeah, that was sweet. What? Oh, the other thing too is the when you were talking about breaking conventions, the couple that had sex, only the dude got it. She got away. Oh man, I'm giving away too much.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
Sorry.
Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Yes, this
I'm
is
not
what
giving.
I meant.
I'm not giving
Oh,
anything
God.
like away. Am I?
Yeah.
A couple heavy hitters, which keep those under wraps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not bringing that up.
But basically, this, no spoiler, but it's the leprechaun from the first film. They're at the same farmhouse.
Mike.
They're at the leprechaun from the first film. They're at the same farmhouse, so it's literally the only one of this series that piggybacks off the previous installment. Thus the comparison to Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man,
Just
it
hit your mic out.
totally did like that. Like you said, the Halloween Leprechaun thing. Yeah, but dude, it was great. Like, do you think there's gonna be a sequel to this one?
Yeah, I think this is like you mentioned Critters before with sci-fi that you hope that'll follow suit. But I honestly think this is the best one in the series.
I
Oh my
actually, I
God,
really
yeah.
liked it.
I agree. I 100% agree with you.
Out of all of them, even the first one.
No.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
I like it more than the first one. Yeah,
Really?
Leprechaun Returns was awesome.
Part 3 was my favorite before this, and then having recently watched Part 3, this blows it out of the water.
No shit.
It's so.
Oh my God, I want to see even more
There's
now.
it's
You'll be on my
you mentioned
side.
like
You'll be what?
the
You'll be
ar-
on my side.
Oh, good.
You remember like you mentioned like the Army of Darkness thing with like the little leprechauns. Like there's a lot of stuff like he says that's like quotable on that level. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again, just to pick up a lot of like the limericks and like the little things he said here and there. But it's definitely a quotable movie when you watch it. You're
Is
gonna
it?
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
rewatchable too. After watching it the first time,
Oh yeah,
I knew instantly I was going to go back and rewatch it.
man, I'm going on that Voodoo account and watching it again.
See what else is on there, didn't you?
What?
No.
See what else is on there, didn't
What's
you?
on there?
Movie from last year.
What?
What do you think?
What came out last year?
Remake? Suspiria.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm all right.
PU.
After Eugene, after how you explained the scene in Suspiria, how the chick like breaks apart, gets balled up, and then Tony confirmed that's actually incredible. I will probably end up watching the Suspiria remake.
I'm sure you will. You might as well just watch it, just see what it, how much.
I'm
it
gonna
sucks.
have to.
Especially since a couple weeks ago he was talking about The Shining and how they don't make any more well-paced, slow burn,
Calling me out on this, man.
Suspiria sucked though. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was just as bad as the original, if not worse. I mean, you've seen the original, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite
Okay.
movie.
It's your favorite one?
Yeah.
You're really?
That's I
Damn.
see. I didn't want to tell you guys this beforehand.
Oh,
Because I didn't want you guys
shit.
to have this like prejudgment of Tony being like this big ass
no.
horror snob.
We got a Suspiria supporter.
Yeah. So
There's only been one
Boo.
other in the studio.
Boo.
I say
Wow, no
everyone
shit.
we bring
All
in,
right,
because you're
all
our
right.
second guest. Everyone we bring in is a huge Suspiria fan.
That's
the
our
whole
cosmic
the whole
joke.
two of you. Huh?
Are you serious?
Serious about
Are
what?
you Suspirious?
Are you Suspirious?
No. If you like Suspiria, you're not allowed on the show.
Is that no? I feel like
That's it.
that's going to be our new trend now. Is that
That's going to be our new trend.
no,
Yeah.
not our new
Great.
trend. Like no, not our new trend, but that's our thing. You have to like Suspiria to come on so we could just shit on you.
I'll at least give you
Okay,
a
I
story
got it.
of why I like it
All
so
right.
much. So I'm working an internship at college. I'm out of town. So basically I moved back to campus a week before class starts. So I have my apartment with a bunch of friends, but nobody's there because it's the week before class starts. So I don't have to work for a week. I don't have class for a week.
Okay.
So I just start friggin' stocking up on movies of shit I haven't seen, blackout curtains, smoking, just spending days just watching horror movies. I get so fucking ripped, and I put in Suspiria, and I'd never seen it. Dude, that music fucking hits, and those colors and everything legit scared the shit out of me.
All right, with blacked out curtains and you're that high, I guess that's actually
Friggin' changed the way I saw movies ever since. To know that, like, friggin' just sound and lighting and certain camera movements can affect your body physically. Man, that's powerful shit. So, to be like, I think it was 18 at the time, and I'm friggin' getting goosebumps from a movie made in the 70s. It was like,
Well,
okay.
I understand. I get it. I mean, it's not going to make me want to watch it again.
No.
And I swear to God,
It won't change my perception of it.
under those conditions.
No, not
No.
even under those conditions. I'm so jaded by that movie that it's to the point right now that if ever they screen Suspiria at Thursday Night Terrors, I'm not going.
Didn't he already?
Oh, wow. No, he did not.
I thought he did.
what about
No,
Oh, no, I'm
he hasn't
thinking-
screened
never mind, I'm thinking
Suspiria,
something.
and I hope he doesn't.
Peter
Yeah.
at Thursday
Peter,
Night Terrors.
Rulo, you're listening?
If you're
Yes.
listening,
There's going to be at
Please,
you
least
are
4
listening.
Do
empty
it.
seats.
what
Don't do
about
it.
Inferno?
I actually like Inferno.
I like Inferno too.
Yeah.
Just Suspiria just
yeah,
bored the
there's
living
something
shit
about
out of me.
Suspiria. It's just
Ugh.
Inferno is sweet.
Is it Juno or Scream 4? Because those two movies pissed me off. 'Cause now Suspiria gets some shit.
Why do you hate Scream 4 so much, man? I like Scream 4.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't like Scream 4 either.
I dug it.
No,
I loved it when it came out to theaters, but I rewatched it last year. Holy shit, it does not hold up at
It's
all.
terrible.
It came out
It's
like
terrible.
5 years ago.
Courtney Cox's haircut with the
Oh my
little
God.
fucking stupid bangs.
Courtney
Like,
Cox
little
also
stupid
has
hairline.
like that Mickey Rourke face going on.
Yeah.
But it's fucking bad. It looks like it's a made-for-TV Lifetime movie the way they shot it.
Yeah. You knew exactly who the fucking killers were. It was just. Ugh.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
I don't know. I suspected from the beginning. Suspected?
Suspiria?
Suspected.
Say cinnamon.
Suspiria? Huh?
Say cinnamon.
Did you Suspiria?
Cinnamon? Yeah. No. Yeah. I suspected from the beginning that it was the spoiler. You know what? Fucking spoilers. That it was the two fucking AV kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Wasn't, though.
Yeah, it turned out to be the other
It was
girl.
her cousin.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was Courtney Cox's cousin.
Courtney
No,
Cox.
No,
Courtney
Nev
Cox. He's
Campbell.
that three times fake.
Nev Campbell's cousin.
Yeah, but they helped.
One of them.
It was
Yeah,
like,
one
yeah,
of
it was like,
them.
yeah,
But then
Kieran
she ended-
Culkin or whatever,
Yeah.
the Culkin kid. Yeah.
But didn't she end up like selling him out or something like that? I don't remember.
Yeah, she sold him out.
Yeah, she was
then-
the brains behind the
Yeah, and then Neve
operation,
Campbell,
yeah.
Sydney was still alive in the hospital. She
Yeah.
was still alive. She went to
Yep.
try to kill her, and then
See,
Sydney
like
just fucked her up.
I don't like Scream 2. I don't like Scream 3, but I like Scream 4.
You
I
know,
love
the-
Scream 2.
I love Scream
liked
2.
Scream 3. But yeah, Scream 4.
You know the original ending for Scream 4?
What's that?
What?
So Kevin Williamson wanted to write for a new trilogy. Well, he ended up leaving or getting fired, whatever, before it was done. So they redid the ending. But basically, his ending was that Jill doesn't get murdered. She goes to jail. Nev Campbell's cousin, who's a killer,
Yeah.
goes to jail. And basically, there's a murder cult that starts following her. Well, they axed the idea because they got rid of Kevin Williamson. So he turned it into the following TV show.
Oh, no
Huh.
Made
shit.
some
Really?
tweaks to the script and then turned it into that. But yeah, that was the
Because
original idea for
starting
the
a
ending of
cult
Scream
is
4.
fucking easy.
It
Eugene.
He wanted to do
is,
something completely different
I
and keep the killer
guess.
alive and see what would happen after the fact, like in jail and everything.
Interesting.
She was doing the killing to get famous the whole time and everything. So what would happen had she succeeded?
Yeah,
Okay. Wow, that was like a nice little tidbit of trivia there. I did not know that.
that's
That
awesome.
the
Yeah,
following was
sweet.
supposed to be the next Scream
And then they
trilogy.
opened the box, and then Pinhead came out.
And Pinhead came out? Oh.
Pinhead came-
I thought you were going to say they opened the box and Gwyneth Paltrow's head was in it.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What's in the box?
What's in the bag?
What's in the box?
What's in the bags?
Oh dear.
All right, what's going on? It seems like it's that point of the night.
It's at
It
the
is, when
well,
you guys
my
are
friends,
yelling.
the time has
I mean, we talked about the
come.
last Leprechaun movie like maybe, 20 minutes ago?
I was-
Watch it. It's on.
Yeah.
It's on this Sunday on Sci-Fi.
so, guys,
Yep, they're doing a whole
Yeah.
Leprechaun. Actually, they're doing a marathon on Sci-Fi.
Yeah,
starting
what
at
I
Yeah.
would
7 o'clock in the
recommend
morning.
doing is get yourself 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles of Jameson whiskey.
That's a lot.
Get yourself
Fuck,
a big
die of
pound
alcohol poisoning.
of green sativa to start, then maybe an indica, like a nice kush at the end, and just do a shot every, like, I don't know. I would do like 5 shots a movie.
Are
And
you
just-
kidding me?
now,
This is
are you-
St. Patrick's
are
Day.
you
You
in a
do a
Texas
goddamn
state?
car
What is going
bomb.
on?
Yeah, dude,
I
okay.
guess.
I'm
Are
saying
you in a
a pint
Colorado
of
state
Guinness,
or
an Irish
Texas
car
state?
Are you a
bomb.
Col-
That's what we do.
we're in a New York state where it's a little column A, column B. Then you put them together and you get
Jesus.
crunked. So I
Do
would
a
get
car
Nobody says crunk
bomb.
anymore.
I would do an Irish car bomb at the beginning of every Leprechaun movie. Do a shot for every commercial, and a big bong rip at the end of each movie. I during the whole Leprechaun marathon on St. Patrick's Day, and you'll have yourselves a real good time.
Make sure you're off on Monday.
Yeah.
Or not. Whatever. Just go in the next day, hungover as shit, explain to your boss you got rip shit hammered watching the Leprechaun movies.
If any like of my employees were to be like, hey, I gotta do this because of that, I personally would be like, hell yeah, do it up, son. So give it a go.
You're a good boss.
So would you say, do it up, son?
Do it up, son.
Do it up, son.
Do it up, son. What are you in the fucking? Did you write Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yes. Actually, me and Clive Barker. So anyway,
And Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
so-
Well, Instagram. Every week have a shit ton of followers. So
We do. We do. Thank you
yeah.
for following us.
Yeah,
and if
guys,
you haven't
thank you so
followed
much for
us, what
following
the
us
fuck
on
are you waiting
Instagram.
for?
yeah, what the shit?
We're on there at Terror Trio Podcast.
I assume you can spell it because you found us on here, whatever you're listening on, which could be Google Play, it could be iTunes, it could be Stitcher, It could be SoundCloud.
Could be
it
Spotify.
Could be Spotify. And it could also be YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, we
We are gonna be on
do have a
YouTube.
YouTube channel now. It's Terror Trio Podcast.
Yeah, we're trying to make this real easy for you guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're also on the
TuneIn.
Facebooks. Oh, and TuneIn.
Yes.
Basically all your favorite platforms.
Oh, yeah. pretty
If you
much.
guys want to get a hold of us for any reason, you guys have any recommendations, you want us to review something, you could get a hold of us at...
territorialpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
I hate when you do that point thing at me. It
I-
puts a lot of pressure
I know,
on me.
stop
I
pointing.
feel like I'm in a game show.
I know.
Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But nobody can
and
see us.
here's
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Woo.
Mhm.
I'm just going
I'll
to cover
pick out,
myself
pick
with
out
a
my
sheet.
outfits for every week now.
Eugene's already got it down. You guys get
I
to
got
see
it
all
down
of
already,
Eugene's
man.
matching shirts.
Yeah,
all
every-
the
right, I got
shirts
my
you
Every
Leprechaun shirt
topic
on.
we discuss.
The only one.
Yeah, it represents.
Eugene has a shirt for it.
I do it. I do it, even though Drew made fun of me.
I didn't make fun. It's an admiration.
It's an admiration.
Yeah.
You compared me to a dork that goes to his first concert and wears the band T-shirt for the band. he's
Oh,
gonna go
yeah,
see.
I did.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds more like me.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Well, on that note,
Do we want to thank Tony for being on?
Absolutely.
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
Well, that's what I was. I was just, Tony, thank you for joining us
Thank
with
you guys
your
for having me.
leprechaun expertise, which is a weird fucking expertise to have. But
Professor
do you, fam?
Tony.
That's right.
I
It
got a
worked
lot
for
of
us.
useless information in my head.
There you go.
No,
Good to
Tony,
know.
we'll love to have you back sometime. We get into another one of these topics where we need somebody to torture themselves to go back and watch all the weird stuff in between. Possibly, we'll possibly have you on for when we cover Phantasm.
What about the trivia?
What about the trivia?
All right, man. Well, we should have a trivia day sometime on here.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
but Tony, thank you, man. Guys,
My
I'm
man.
Micah,
I'm Eugene.
And I'm Drew.
That's it.
and
Nope,
Second.
nope. No, don't.
Don't. Oh,
Nope.
shut up. It's not happening.